In this video, we spent some time visiting the Wat Sorasak Historical Landmark. It's a chedi surrounded by elephants. We then made our way to the huge Sukhothai Historical Park, where we spent many hours touring the many buildings and visiting the statues, and watched the sun go down behind a Buddha statue. Nestled just beyond the main courtyard of Sukhothai Historical Park lies a quiet marvel, Wat Sorasak. At first glance, it's modest, but step closer and you'll find yourself surrounded by a circle of stone elephants frozen mid-stride. This chedi, dating back to the early 15th century, stands like a lotus blooming from the earth. Its bell-shaped stupa rises from a square base, each side flanked by proud elephant sculptures, 32 in total. Their trunks curled, their eyes solemn, they evoke both strength and serenity. We continue our journey on to Sukhothai Historical Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that takes us back to the 13th century, when the Sukhothai Kingdom gave birth to the Thai alphabet, the Loy Krathong Festival, and a golden age of art and architecture. Sukhothai means dawn of happiness. Today, the park preserves over 190 ruins across 70 square kilometers, where lotus ponds reflect towering Buddha statues and crumbling temple spires. Using a local golf cart, we make our way to our first stop, the King Ramkhamhaeng Monument. In the heart of Thailand's first kingdom, his stone statue sits in quiet dignity, watching over the land he once shaped with wisdom, innovation, and compassion. This is King Ramkhamhaeng the Great, ruler of Sukhothai from 1279 to 1298, a visionary who created the Thai alphabet, carved into stone over 700 years ago and still used today. The monument, built in 1969, captures this spirit. His seated pose evokes both serenity and strength. His face, modeled after Sukhothai-era Buddha images, reflects the harmony between leadership and spiritual wisdom. Behind the seated statue of King Ramkhamhaeng, a black stone panel bears the famed inscription that echoes through Thai history. Carved in graceful script, it recounts a kingdom of fairness, prosperity, and spiritual devotion. This is where the Thai alphabet was born. The panel stands as a quiet sentinel of literacy, leadership, and legacy. Leaving the King Ramkhamhaeng monument behind, we cruise past the quiet ruins of Wat Sorasak. That stupa rising above the trees? It's a silent sentinel of Sukhothai's spiritual past. Once a place of victory and prayer, now a peaceful echo of centuries gone by. In the western zone of Sukhothai Historical Park, where lotus blooms drift across ancient waters, are the ruins of Wat Sorasak. Its name means Temple of the Sacred Pond, and that pond, Trapang Trakwon, has mirrored devotion, reflection, and quiet resilience over the centuries. Wat Sorasak dates back to the 14th century, during the golden age of the Sukhothai Kingdom. Its elegant stupa, built in classic Sukhothai style, holds relics that once drew pilgrims from across the region. The seated Buddha, calm and graceful, reflects the kingdom's artistic ideals, serenity, balance, and spiritual clarity. Here we have a sitting Buddha and a standing Buddha. You can see Buddha here waiting for 1,000 years for someone to give him a high five, so I'm fulfilling his desire by giving him a long-awaited high five. As the camera glides across the tranquil waters of Trapang Trakwon, lotus blossoms ripple gently in the breeze, framing Wat Sorasak, suspended in time. Wat Sorasak is a monument mirrored in the surrounding waters. Continuing on our journey across this sprawling park, we make our way to the next stop. Tucked into the northern edge of Sukhothai Historical Park is Wat Sorasak. Its name, Temple of the Bodhi Tree, evokes the sacred fig tree under which the Buddha attained enlightenment. And here, nestled within the mandap's narrow chamber, sits Pra Achana, the Buddha who is not afraid. As we enter the mandap, we see the towering 15 meters high statue of Buddha. This serene figure gazes outward through a slender opening, as if watching over the kingdom that once flourished here. In the 14th century, this temple was more than a place of worship. It was a stage for inspiration. According to legend, King Ramkhamhaeng the Great rallied his troops beneath this very statue. The walls of the mandap still bear ancient inscriptions etched in early Thai script that speak of Sukhothai's founding ideals of wisdom, compassion, and sovereignty. The pose is Dhyana Mudra, legs folded in meditation, hands resting in calm unity. It recalls the moment of enlightenment beneath the Bodhi tree, where stillness overcame suffering. So right here, just outside Wat Sorasak, there's this mango tree. And it's not just old, it's ancient. Over 200 years of standing guard beside one of Sukhothai's most iconic temples. Locals say it's seen generations of monks, travelers, and dreamers pass beneath its shade. And honestly, you feel it. There's a kind of quiet peace here. And if you're lucky, you might catch the scent of mango blossoms drifting through the air.
Here is our guide, Sunny, showing us how big the trunk of this tree really is. Beside the towering presence of Wat Sorasak stand the ruins of Vihan Noi with an exposed Buddha statue. No grand spires or monuments, just a solitary Buddha statue in a seated pose. This was once a place of intimate worship, a smaller assembly hall where monks gathered and quiet prayers were offered in the early morning air. Today, its walls may be worn, its roof long gone, but the spirit remains. Vihan Noi isn't just a ruin. It's a reminder that even the humblest space can hold profound, quiet beauty. After cruising through the serene grounds of the park, we arrive at the entrance to Wat Sorasak. Before Sukhothai was a kingdom, and before Buddhism took root in these lands, Wat Sorasak was already here, standing as a Hindu sanctuary in the heart of what would become Thailand's first capital. Wat Sorasak stands as a striking anomaly, a temple that was built at a time before Thailand was Thailand. Originally built in the late 12th or early 13th century by the Khmer Empire, this sanctuary began as a Hindu shrine dedicated to Shiva. You'll see it in the architecture. 3 towering prangs shaped like corn cobs, classic Khmer design, rising into the sky. These prangs once housed sacred relics and statues of Hindu deities, Shiva, Vishnu, and Brahma, Indian gods that predate the rise of Thai Buddhism. As the Sukhothai kingdom emerged, Wat Sorasak was transformed into a Buddhist monastery. The laterite walls and added viharas reflect this shift. It's a fusion and layering of faiths and a Buddhist monastery. Belief systems that makes this site a uniquely compelling visit. Today, Wat Sorasak is more than a ruin. It's a living timeline carved in stone, where Khmer grandeur meets Thai serenity. You can see that previously there was a statue present there, but now it has been removed or destroyed. This was their attempt at making windows in the walls, as they didn't fully understand the concept of structural spaces for windows, so they built columns inside the window openings for structural support. While driving around the park, we came across one of the fastest and most agile snakes you might encounter in this region, the Oriental rat snake, also known locally as the Thai rat snake. It's a non-venomous and generally shy snake, though it may hiss or bluff if threatened. In the center of Sukhothai Historical Park, where lotus ponds shimmer, stands Wat Mahatat, the temple of the Great Relic. This was no ordinary sanctuary. It was the spiritual nucleus of the Sukhothai kingdom, built in the 13th century under King Sri Indraditya, the dynasty's founding monarch. Sukhothai rises from the earth in timeless silence. Ancient brick temples, serene lotus ponds, and the towering Phra Atarot watching over the cradle of Thai civilization.
Thailand's most graceful artistic innovations, the walking Buddha. The walking Buddha always walks to the right. The figure's proportions are deliberately stylized, with elongated limbs, a fluid torso, and a tranquil smile that radiates inner peace. At each corner of the temple, you'll spot 3 stone tablets embedded in the ground. In the middle of the building, there are 2 tablets. They're not just decoration. They actually tell us this place was off limits to the public, used only by the royal family for prayers and offerings.
We stood silently and watched the slow setting of the sun behind a beautiful Buddha statue in the distance. Coming up in the next and final video of my Thailand series, I showcase our stay at the beautiful Legenda Hotel with a delightful dinner and dancing show. The following morning, we visit the famous Prangs Samyat, also known as the Monkey Temple, before heading back down to Bangkok, where our trip ended.